What it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Drama Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. So I am coming through today. Today in this video, I want to just, I love Mr. Willie D. I love his channel. Y'all know, if you've been a part of my channel for a while, I'm always talking about certain YouTubers. You know, I love Willie D. I love Life with Anthony. I used to be stuck on Christina Randall. Like, I love people that have stories that just touch your soul. And Willie D, he's always touching on issues that people are scared to touch. So I love him, love him. So this morning I get wrapped up, y'all. He had a video. Let me read the title to that video. Okay, the title is Rapper YK Osiris Wants to Take His Own Life. And I truly don't even know who YK, or what was it? Yeah, YK. I hope I said his name right. I don't know who that is, but you know, because I don't really keep up with the rappers of today. Y'all know my love for hip hop faded away in the year of 2009. Much of the music after 2009 became nothing. Surface level music that has no effect on your heart, soul, mind, nothing. So it's basically, you know, music is soul. Like, it feeds your soul. And this music just ain't doing nothing for me. So I kind of just left the music scene myself. I stopped rapping. And I stopped really listening to a lot of hip hop, and I became old school, like just going back, listening to old music, and sometimes just never even listening to music because there's nothing real that's out there. But anyways, in that video, he was talking about the guy YK Osiris wanting to unalive himself because of things that's going on. And he was saying, like, he's only 24. Like, dude, just keep waking the heck up and it will get better. And if you look back on all you've been through and the times when you knew you couldn't get through this and you got through this or whatever that obstacle was. And it made me think back over my life because, girl, and he also said something about he doesn't have friends. Now, me, I don't have a friend, not one friend today at all. But over the years, if I ever had one, it would only be like one or two. I've had over my lifespan maybe 2 to 3 real friends, but I don't always have anybody, which does make for a lonely life. Like, as many times I would love somebody to talk to, but you know what? I talk to y'all here on YouTube. Yes, I do. Y'all is my friends. So, and I hang out with my baby girl, my little kids that I have all around me, my nephews and stuff like that. But when it's actually an adult conversation, a woman-to-woman conversation, I don't have that girlfriend to call. Barely even got family to call. So, you know, it's kind of, it makes for a lonely life. So I really can understand that. And it made me look back over my life like, oh my gosh, like, I've been through so much. So I left this long drawn out comment. I'm so sorry, Mr. Willie D. I do not be trying to spam your chat. It's just when I feel it, I got a comment. And that's the great thing about YouTube, because you can talk back to whatever creator is putting it out. You can't do that on TV. When you looking at the TV, you just yelling at the TV, but that person can't hear you. They can't respond to you, can't nothing. But that's the power of YouTube. You can leave a long comment. And I see myself, y'all know I got the carpal tunnel issue. So it took me a long time to type that comment out. But I think because it took so long, I really put depth into it. I've been trying to find a way to synopsize, if that's even a word, but y'all know how I like to use big words. So, synopsis, or whatever. I wanted to make a synopsis of my life story and my journey. So I think this comment that took me about 2 hours to type, because the thumbs and everything was going numb, girl. I think it really it comes out well. So I'm going to read that comment to you guys. And then I'm going to get out this car because it's hot. It is hot. Like it's Florida. It's hot. Even with the little wind chill, it's still hot. I'm so sorry. I hope that air is not too loud. But girl, I'm finna bake. I'm going to be a rotisserie. So, so let me just read this and go ahead on about my day. All right, guys. So the first comment I left is, I was beat up, bullied, and ridiculed as a child. Only had maybe 2 to 3 real friends over my entire life. It just made me a person that didn't seek out other people. It made me a do-it-yourself type person, and a person that only accept you in my life if you are real. Okay, so then I had another one. Okay, so it says, thank you so much for this video. This morning and a lot of mornings, it's hard to even get out my bed, knowing I'm waking up to the same life. It sometimes feels like the movie Groundhog's Day. I've been through so much, as I know others have too. Only black child in elementary, picked on for being black. Middle school, bullied and called Scarface after a skateboard accident that left a huge scar across my face. If there was any time I remember being severely depressed, is when I was 11 to 16 years old. I truly felt like I couldn't do anything right and the world was a better place without me. High school, my bullies went to different schools than me, so the bullying finally stopped. Age 19, I met the love of my life, scars and all. Age 20, had a daughter with him, and he was the perfect man and father. Age 21, husband at the wrong place at the wrong time, and is wrongfully convicted and excessively sentenced to 40 years for a crime that I have proof, one, that he didn't do, and the alleged crime also never even happened. It's fabricated. He was railroaded, and there was nothing that I can do. I became a single mother by force, not choice. That is one of my songs. But didn't leave him in his lowest. I know he's innocent, so I fought. I've been fighting for almost 21 years now. I found out that money or a voice is the only remedy for this issue. It is not about justice at all. I learned that the hard way. I decided to get his lawyer money through stripping. Only had to raise enough money for an appeal and never look back. Something in me couldn't do that. I would show up to the audition and just circle the building. I'm skipping over my words. I would show up to the audition and just circle the building. When my husband was taken from the family, I could no longer stay in college. I had to drop out, and I couldn't afford daycare because he was paying for that. So I got an overnight job at a super center. Got off at 7 a.m. By 9 a.m., baby was awake. I only got a couple cat naps a day. By 5 p.m., I was off to cosmetology school. I graduated and passed state board with flying colors. Worked a short-lived career as a cosmetologist. When I was 26, I was diagnosed with severe carpal tunnel and nerve damage in both hands. I had to return to the supercenter job, but I never gave up, though I truly wanted to and want to. I decided to pursue a rap career in 2005, way before everyone and their mama was a female rapper. I had a hit single that the streets love called Neck Bones and Collard Greens. That song is still a bop to this day. Everyone around my city knew who I was. But quickly, I found out that all the industry wanted to do was make me lower my standards and sleep with people to get into the door, and etc. I realized then it wasn't about how great of a lyricist or MC I was. It was about how low I was willing to stoop. 2011, I quit rap. Still stuck in the supercenter job, I decided to pursue my art career because I'm a very good artist. Which I'm speaking to Willie D. You actually reposted me drawing you and rapping one of your songs before your Instagram was taken down. Yeah, they be messing with his Instagram because he be telling the real and they shut him down. They don't want the truth to be heard. I'm telling you. I did a few open artist calls. Nothing major happened. Our industry is still about who you know and not so much about your talent. We raised our daughter together, through prison visits all over the state of Florida and through very expensive phone calls. Never thought it would take so long to free him, but time passed by so fast. I looked up one day and he had missed everything from her first steps to her first words to her kindergarten graduation to her high school graduation and her tech school graduation. She was a dual enrollment student, graduated from both, and he was not there. The seat for him was empty. And he's due to miss her college graduation next year as well. I became disabled by the negligence of a huge super center store market on my 32nd birthday. Happened to also work for the same employer for 11 years at the time. So they fired me for getting hurt, basically. Age 32, I got a job at a theme park. Talk about starting over. Girl, I start over and over and over and over. Girl. Yes. Working with babies all around me and making half the salary I made at the super center with no benefits. Got a lawyer that took my case only to hold it up, my slip and fall case. 2016, finally I go back to school at age 34 years old as a single mother, 16 years after I dropped out. 6 months later, my mother, she graduated with her master's and was on her way to get her doctorate degree. She was unalived, because you know you can't say that, through a botched kidney stone outpatient surgery. The lawyer called me, and it was the time that the lawyer called, it was days between my mother passing and her funeral. So it was that week in between, like the lowest week of my life, it seems like. Okay. He calls me to tell me he's dropping my case. I feel the super center paid him off. I moved to overnight at a theme park. I was working in the laundry room to go to college during the day and still raise my then high schooler age alone. Started going blind, need a cornea transplant, but scared because my mom died from surgery. So that would make me so hesitant about that. Woo, putting your life in these folks' hands, girl. After a few semesters in college, I started failing due to my disabilities. I couldn't keep up with the assignments. I was told by the counselors that I could never be a graphic designer because I'm too slow. I still never quit though. My last year of college, 2020, our daughter joined me in college. We were not only mother and daughter, we were also college buddies. I failed that year due to the shutdown, but finally finished by 2021, a graphic design degree and a certified web designer. No graduation ceremony though, that I daydreamed about. They set up a stage in the parking lot and I walked across the stage in my cap and gown as my family drove past taking pictures in the car. A couple weeks prior, they finally opened visitation back up after the shutdown. My husband and I were finally going to get married. I always turned him down because I wanted to marry him in the free world. Then feeling like that was not ever going to happen, I said, what the heck, let's just get married while you're in prison. Wedding date was set for my 40th birthday, only to go visit him. And as a form of retaliation, because my husband wrote a grievance on an officer for his wrongdoing, They set me up when I came to visitation. They wanted to enact an unlawful search of my vehicle in which I felt like they were going to plant something in my car. This huge officer claimed he was taking me to jail out in white man's land. Girl, I am not at all biased in any way, but it wasn't nobody out in that area that have the brown glowing skin like I got, the glowing skin that I'm in. No, it wasn't none of us out there. And I just don't trust it because I know how they deal with my husband and stuff like that. I just cannot trust them. Because of my refusal to let them unlawfully search my car, they terminated my visitations with my husband. They laughed at me as I walked off and crying and yelled, "That's indefinite, and that's all over the state of Florida." And he laughed. He's in a facility deep off in them woods, 7 hours away from home. How can my life get any worse? Not sure. But at this point, I've learned over all these years to take disappointment like a champ. I'm now 42, still hustling and grinding at the theme park that hurts every muscle and bone in my body. On the side, I try to build my graphic design freelance business since, quote unquote, I'm too slow. I work for an employer. Too slow to work for an employer. And I grind the heck out of my YouTube channel. Had this channel since 2013, and I just hit 1,000 subs a couple days ago. Still got to get that watch time up though. Daughter and our granddaughter, her last couple semesters of college. Our daughter had our granddaughter her last couple semesters of college, but she's almost to graduation. She recently returned back home because we found out that after the baby was born, she was dealing with domestic violence. I am so proud of her for leaving, to be strong enough to leave. Yes. But as a parent, we don't even have the resources to help our daughter. Her dad is in prison until our granddaughter is almost 16 or 17 years old, and I can't seem to get up on my feet as hard as I try. My life, yes, every day I wake up wondering why. Is it more pain, more injustice, more loss? But I put that aside, and every day I continue to get up, like you said. Thank you, Willie, for always being an inspiration in my life. Yes, I love Willie D. And his answer to YK Osiris was, man, the way you get through it is to just keep getting up one day after the other, after the other, after the other. I literally, this morning, and this is why this touched me so bad, I woke up and I just, sometimes when morning comes, I'm like, ugh. And I just lay there. I couldn't feel my hands because my hands kept going dead throughout the night. So it would wake me up to try to get some blood to my hands. But I really just could not get the blood flow. So I couldn't feel my hands. My back is hurting. And I'm like, God dog it. I'm not going to go off on that. So it makes me think twice. Do I really want to get out of this bed? The same old thing, the same old hustling, grinding, and can't get nowhere. So I'm like, okay, I set another alarm, and I said, you know what, for the next 20 minutes, I'm just going to lay here in this bed and just meditate and just think and just pray every prayer that I can think of for the Lord to just guide me in the right direction and veer all the traps that the enemy sets, and just renew my mind, renew my spirit, because I'm broken. My spirit is broken. I no longer know how to believe in anything because so many times I've believed and so many times I have failed. So it's now to where I don't know how to believe. I want to believe, I need to believe, but I just don't know how to. So I just pray. Like I had a long time ago a prayer for prison wives, and I said I want to pray for the P's, for my purpose, for peace and prosperity. I really want to find my purpose in life. I know my life can't be that I existed just to struggle. I had to have walked this earth for some purpose more than that. And I want to get to my purpose. I'm already 42. Like, girl, unless I'm going to live to like 102, like, let's get this going. But anyways, I got out the bed. I put one foot in front of the other. I got myself up, got myself dressed. I didn't hit the ground running because I did not work today. So I said, I don't want to. I'm sick of rushing through life, rushing from this task to get to that task, to hurry up and do this. The minute you start doing anything, hours are flying by. It's like somebody cut on a faucet, and before you know it, a whole day gone. You ain't got nothing done, and you're still in the same position. So I said, I'm going to take it slow through this day. And I did. All right, guys. Hiss your girl Cadillac. Let me know, since I know that I can't be the only one that is struggling in this world. I think we're all struggling. And I think the reason why we're all struggling is because we're all too engulfed in our own struggle that we're not helping each other. Humans are meant to work together, to have every necessity met and every need, every want met. We have to work together. But we've been conditioned to not work together, to actually not even like the person that, we need. Like, I have the answer to your problem, or you could have the answer to my problem, or she could have the answer to her problem. But because we're all not communicating and we're all focused on self, none of us get any answers, solved. So, yeah, I got out of bed and here another day. All right, guys. Hiss your girl Cadillac.